On tonight's show, yes, ladies and gentlemen, on the Monday Game Chat tonight, the PS5 Pro specs seem to have been leaked. EA's Apex Legend is the victim of a massive hack. More on that, which happened during a live competition as well. Amazon Luna make a massive announcement. Pretty big moves for Amazon Luna. We don't hear a lot from them, but this is a big announcement they make. And yeah, all the other all the other gaming news of the week. I hope you're good. I hope you are well. Let's roll the titles.
It's the Monday Game Chat with your host, Clive Illenden.
Yokoso, 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 arigato gozaimasu. Welcome to the Monday Game Chat. It's Monday, we talk about game, and we have a chat. So I hope you're good. I hope you're well. As ever, join in the chat. There are different ways to join in the chat if you're feeling you want to have a bit of fun, because I've added this sort of silly little thing that you can do, and I've left it in the link in the chat there, but you can send stupid memes. There is a little payment you have to make, but there's loads of them. And you can just send stupid memes like this. If you fancy. Anyway, just a bit of fun. If you want to explore that, see what it's all about. I was just trying it out. It's Tangia. tangia.co. The URL link is in there if you want to have a bit of fun. And I'm giving away GeForce Now Ultimate Day Passes. So let me know if you're interested in one of those. I'd like to sort of get a sense of, the interest there. And I'll come up with a scheme, a way of putting the codes into the chat in a fun and entertaining way. So yeah, we've got a number of GeForce Now Ultimate Day Passes. If you've not tried GeForce Now Ultimate, which I highly recommend, as I do every week, I've always recommend GeForce Now Ultimate. It's even better now with new additions on many games, using kind of many RTX features and stuff like that. Anyway, I will try to find an entertaining way to give out some codes. So stay tuned for all of that. Straight away, I haven't warmed up the throat. We've just gone for it, and I've got my, got my craggly throat. Craggly throat, is that a thing? Al Davis. Anyway, let's see what you lot been saying. He's in the chat. Hello, Al Davis. Good to see you. As ever, yes, of course. Don't forget to hit the like buttons. Yeah, I appreciate it. We may not get many live views nowadays, but I appreciate those likes. Sednar's listening. I always miss that. Hello, listening but working. Yeah. Sanchez is in the house. Good to see you. Yo, Clive. And Al Davis said, I wouldn't mind trying Ultimate. Well, you know what, Al? Why not? Why don't we, just to show you? Well, if I put it in should I put it in the chat? Okay, I'm going to put this in the chat. Nobody else grab it. I'm trusting you because there's only a few of you there now. I'll put this in the chat. This is for Al Davis Music. So don't be a meanie and nick his code, right? This is the first one. I just realized. Let me just. Actually. Okay. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you're going to need to do. Let me just can I do that? Okay. And this is for, hopefully this works. This one. Okay, Al Davis, here we go. This is for you. That was rubbish. That didn't work, did it? I'm just going to check that. Let me just check that I've got the right codes here before I fire it off. But I'll come up with a fun way. But since Al Davis asked, and I know he's always wanted to try it, We're going to let Al Davis have the first one. I'm just going to check my codes. Where's the... Bear with me. Ah, here we are. I'll take it. Okay. First one coming up. Boom. There it is. Grab it, Al Davis. That's for Al Davis. If you don't get it, let me know. I'll sort you out if you don't get it. But hopefully you do, and all of that. As ever, as I say, let me know what games you've been playing. I'm always interested to see what sort of is the current thing. Any recommendations from recent releases that you think I should be trying? It's funny, I was thinking I've not really played many games. I have this show, and I wonder whether I play enough games nowadays. Maybe there's things that excite me enough. I mean, sometimes I'm not really in the mood for necessarily multiplayer games. Helldivers looks fun, but sometimes I just feel I'm not up to it. Having said that, because I was very conscious of not playing many games, I thought I'll get back into it. And I jumped back into Halo this evening, just to get back into the gaming mood, because it's a sort of game I can always jump into. And they've got a great PvE game in the multiplayer. There's me saying I don't like multiplayer. I don't mind Halo multiplayer. They've got a couple of great PvE games where you're playing against AI and they just keep coming and you see how far you get. I do like those sort of games, style of games. You feel like slightly less competitive. But anyway, so yeah, great to get back into a bit of gaming after a bit of a break. So there we go. Hey, hello, Neil. How are you? Yeah, quick, get it, Al Davis. Definitely. Farming Simulator 22, passing the time of day. Because I remember when Farming Simulator, I can't remember which one it was, 19, 20, 21, came to Stadia. And I kind of got lost very quickly. It wasn't very I didn't know where to take my hay. You say it's about your hay bales. I didn't know what to do with my hay bales. I didn't know where to take them. I sort of got a bit frustrated with it after a while. Been playing Red Dead Online, good one. Red Dead, still one of my favourite games. Said no, it has got to be, hasn't it? And Darkwood, I think I started playing Darkwood. Was it one of the titles that was available on Stadia? I seem to remember. I started playing it. Actually, talking of Stadia, yay! Awesome. Let me see if I've got that deserves. Al Davis got it. We got more of those to come, so don't worry about it. But I'm glad Al Davis got it. It's brutal at the start. It is, isn't it? I've got a bit of gentle farming. You know what I mean? A bit of gentle farming. But yes. But yeah, terrible tutorials. I guess they think, that we're on 20 Farming Simulator 22, if you don't know what you're doing by now kind of thing. So there we go. No problem, Al. As a regular viewer of the show, I'm glad that you got to try it. Enjoy it. I hope you are suitably blown away by it, as I was and I still am. Let's just hope there's some nice big titles. One of the GeForce Now titles last week from Square Enix, Juice. What was it called? Juice. Oh, I forgot what it's called now. Let me just have a quick look. Was free, maybe not free anymore, on Epic Games Store. I should remember these things. I do videos about them every week. So, yeah, we had The Outlaws and, yeah, Deus Ex Mankind Divided was free on March the 14th. So I grabbed that. I don't know what it's like, but every time there's a free game on Epic, I grab it anyway, stick it in the library, build up my PC library for free, you know. What's not to like? Playing Control, Zero Dawn. I've only just... Control, like sometimes like games, there's some games and there's some films. Often I say, I must play that, or I must watch that film. I must watch that film. I must play that game. I must play that game. And then I never get round to it. And then other things in life happen. And Control is one of those things. I think I started it on Stadia again. Or was it on Xbox? It's back on Xbox Game Pass, isn't it? Control has been in and out of Game Pass, I seem to remember. In and out, in and out. Ah, yes. Control, Zero Dawn, Mafia, and Bioshock. Busy time, Internet of Games. Calm says, was the issue last week at GFN a server issue? I think it was a server issue. Yeah, it went down for a while, didn't it? I mean, they resolved it, but that's the risk. There seems to have been a lot of server and technical issues. There was GeForce Now going down. In the UK over the weekend, crazy. But one of the major supermarkets, one of the biggest supermarkets in the country, their system went down completely. Not just one system. They couldn't take any... They couldn't take any card payments on Saturday when people go shopping, do their food shopping. They couldn't take any card payments and they couldn't process any deliveries. So like a major attack. And there was another system that went down as well. There's a lot of it happening. I wonder if anything to do with the Russian election. I don't know, but there's a lot of tech issues going on, servers going down. In fact, I'm sure I read this week as well, part of Africa was cut off from the internet because of an undersea cable got cut or damaged. Anyway, there we go. Waiting for Diablo 4. Yes. Now, that is going to look amazing on GeForce Now because they're turning all the RTX stuff up on that one and stuff. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, Tesco Tank 2. So whoever provides the, was it Amazon? No, I think Amazon had an outage as well. Maybe it was AWS. Don't know. I'm still hoping for Spoken for GFN. Yeah. It's still free. Okay. I don't know what it's like. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. It looks quite interesting. Japanese. But it's free until the 21st. So grab it on Epic Games Store and then you can play it on GeForce Now Ultimate. How did you not hear about this? It was in the news. What, the Tesco's? The Sainsbury's outage. Yeah, crazy. I mean, yeah. I mean, imagine you go to your food shop. I'm not a normal person in the fact that, I don't go shopping with the family on a Saturday because I couldn't bear it. In fact, hardly leave the house. So, but yeah, you get there. You're so reliant on, cashless payments, tap and go, all of that. I use my ring to pay. Those that have, I punch the thing. No, I don't punch it. I rest my fist upon the. Yeah, really cool. Anyway, the point is, couldn't do that if I was in Sainsbury's on Saturday. So people that pay cash, like who carries cash around? I mean, enough to pay for your weekly food shop. Like if somebody's doing £100 food shop. I mean, I carry cash around, but that's just because I happen to, as I said to my son, that's just because I have a cash strap. So it's nice to put some cash in there. So it's for display purposes. It is real cash. This is obviously I'm a YouTuber, this is my Ridge wallet. Got to have a Ridge wallet, haven't you? Anyway. Way lots of players think free account to xCloud take longer time to start Fortnite. xCloud don't have it. Only GeForce Now have lots more wait time for free account. Yeah. The free account, if I'm brutally honest, the free account at GeForce Now is not really worth it. I think if you just want to test it, like to see whether it works, yeah, to see whether GeForce Now and cloud gaming works, then yeah, do it. And then if you want to experiment a bit more, yeah, then try an Ultimate Day Pass, yeah, and then you'll see the difference, and then you can make a decision: do I want to just pay for priority or pay for Ultimate? And talking of that, how about what I'm going to do? Okay. I put in another Ultimate Game Pass, except the last number is missing. Okay? The last number is missing. So whoever wants it, if they can guess the number, then you can redeem it, right? Guess the last number, then redeem here. Okay? Let me just put in the... All right. Okay, there we go. Another Game Pass Ultimate. Yeah, let's pin that up there. If you can guess the last digit, you'll get a free Ultimate Game Pass. It's the number W. It's definitely a number. It's definitely a number between 0 and 9. There we go. Between 0 and 9. So, you know, nice and easy there. Between 0 and 9. There's your clues for that. Right, let's get on with some news. Having fun there, getting carried away. So I want to actually talk about Amazon Luna. I don't talk about Amazon Luna. You know, I've played it. I've reviewed it. Tested it. Quite good. But I play GeForce Now Ultimate. Even though I've got Luna, there's not necessarily anything on there that I want to play that's not on GeForce Now Ultimate, although I haven't looked, for a while. But anyway, Amazon Luna, it says, keep your eyes peeled. Big announcement with GOG.com coming in the not so distant future. Now, there was some news, just checking the date. This is at 6:25 p.m. And so obviously it's Cyberpunk related. Now, the big news from Amazon Luna is related to this from earlier. Let me just go back here. Is this more ways to play your GOG games, your GOG games? We're teaming up with Luna Cloud streaming service. Soon you'll be able to play your favorite GOG games, so like Witcher, the Witcher series, Cyberpunk 2077 on multiple devices of your choice. We're teaming up with Amazon Luna Cloud Gaming to give you even more ways of enjoying your titles while still keeping our mission of DRM-free gaming. So, as stated earlier, this means we're bringing new ways to enjoy your games on multiple devices. Whether your current rig isn't powerful enough to handle the latest release, or you're away from home, you still want to play, or just sometimes you want a change of environment while keeping playing. So here's the best part. On Luna, you'll be able to play every game you already own on GOG that's available on Luna. There's absolutely no requirement to purchase anything twice. Yeah? Not like Stadia. Remember? Now, obviously, Stadia had a different operating system, and, you know, Luna, for all intensive purposes, you know, has a Windows operating system, effectively. So a lot easier to do and manage, but look, and it looks like a bit of a mock-up here as well in this picture. So it's the GOG store is basically going to be on Luna by the looks of things. So if you own the games, if you already own the games, if you already own Witcher through GOG or Cyberpunk, I think I own my Cyberpunk via GOG. That's how I play it on GeForce Now Ultimate. Well, it seems I can now play it on Amazon Luna. Maybe I should do a video about that. Yeah, maybe. Yay, Jerome's in the house. Yeah, hitting the likes. Hitting the likes. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know.
Oh, wait, you serious?
I am serious. I'm totally serious, mate. That's one of the many stupid memes you can do on that Tangier thing. If anyone wants to have a go at it. Yes, you did. Oh, yes, you did. I remember. Oh, my God. Yes. He did. And it much appreciated. Much appreciated. Still play it. Right, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, it looks like... So, this announcement was made... yeah. It's interesting. So, it's, you know, here, it says the service was first launched in March 2022 in the US. Really? What are we now? 2 years. I'm just doing it. Did it last longer than Stadia? And then it spread to reach other countries last year. And availability in the US, Canada, UK, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain. Now, it's interesting to see whether this is a new way for them. Is this going to be, are we going to see other stores like this? Or is it just because GOG, you know, have a kind of big focus on DRM-free gaming? And therefore the whole Luna thing works for them. I mean, we've got Ubisoft. They're, you know, they'll get into bed with all the cloud gaming companies. They love it. But now we've got GOG. Could we see other companies jumping on board? There's that children's publisher as well, I think. It'd be interesting also whether you can buy games via Amazon Luna, or you'd have to go. Yeah, you'll be able to buy games that are available on... Here we are. You'll be able to buy games that are available on GOG via Luna's client, and this will go straight into your GOG library. So, yeah, I think if you're into Luna, this is really cool. And, of course, Luna Wipe says the Luna controller connects directly to Amazon servers. Maybe they've upstaged. Yeah, well, Al Davis. You're a dreamer, boy. You're a dreamer. You're a dreamer. Absolutely. It claims to reduce latency by 17 to 30 milliseconds. Yeah, I wonder who came up with that tech. It always made amazing sense to me that with cloud gaming, you connected, you know, directly to the game in the cloud and not via a Bluetooth, via your TV or whatever system, or your phone, or however you were playing the game. I remember one of the engineers talking about how, you know, they really worked on each each bit of the chain in the latency chain and thought, can we eradicate that? Can we eradicate that? And one of those was, if you're playing via Bluetooth, then the signal's got to go from the controller, say you're playing via your TV, to your TV, to the game in the cloud, back from the cloud into the game in the cloud, to your TV, back to your controller. And whereas if you connect directly straight to the cloud, you're taking out, you're reducing that chain, the latency chain. It just made a lot of common sense. So it's good to see. I don't know if it's 17 or 30 milliseconds, but I can imagine, because Bluetooth itself has a latency. Anybody who, listens to, I don't know, YouTube or Netflix with Bluetooth headphones sometimes, or a game especially, I get a bit out of sync. Jonas says, do you think Microsoft start using AI and we get 4K and they use the most powerful Xbox for xCloud after they release the next gen? I think it's safe to say that AI will definitely play a part in the next consoles. Whether it's using AI to upscale, like we already see to a certain degree, but done even more. And, we also sort of see a bit of AI at work, or machine learning, definitely, in the upscaling for GeForce Now Ultimate, to kind of even reduce or reduce that latency to make it feel even more native. So yeah, I think we will, Jonas. There's no doubt. It's becoming part and parcel of the improving that whole gaming experience. So yeah, absolutely. Talking of that, actually, why don't we jump to? Yeah, talking of gaming and enhanced and next generation systems, so why don't we talk to this? So the PS5 Pro specs. So obviously there's been, chat about PS5 Pro being available, and it goes, look, according to Insider Gaming, and this has been reported by The Verge and everybody, Insider Gaming claimed to have the scoop on it. Releasing holiday 24. So November 24. Now the question is, I'm going to put this question to you, ladies and gentlemen. What price would you pay for this? So PS5 Pro specs leak are real. So it's been on the internet, it's been on the Twitters, your Twitter sphere and all that, your twats. But according to Tom Henderson at Insider Gaming, they're real. And it's releasing in holiday 2024, so the end of this year. And I have more news on this, just to confirm that this is real, because Sony are investigating the leak, which suggests the leak is genuine. Insider Gaming can confirm that the leaked PS5 Pro specs that were leaked earlier today, the leaked PS5 Pro specs leaked earlier today, are real, and the PlayStation 5 is tentatively targeting a 2024 holiday release. Do they mean the PlayStation 5 Pro? Whoever wrote this needs to rewrite that sentence. Anyway. Speaking with sources who wish to remain anonymous because they were not authorized to talk about company plans, we can confirm that the leaked documentation from YouTube channel Moore's Law is Dead is real, despite the criticism of the leaker and the leaked specs. Insider Gaming can confirm that the documentation leaked is from a PlayStation developer portal, which was sent out this week to a wider range of third-party developers. Earlier in 2023, I reported, not me, Tom Henderson, But the PS5 Pro is under the codename Trinity and will be targeting improved and consistent FPS at 4K resolution, a new performance mode for 8K resolution, 8K, and accelerated ray tracing. So, you know, as we were talking there, Jonas, using machine learning and stuff to get that ray tracing process to a certain level and make it usable. Anyway, today's leaked documents confirmed rendering 45% faster than the PS5, 2 to 3 times ray tracing, sometimes 4. The legendary teraflops. We love a teraflop. 33.5 teraflops. Nobody knows what it means, but they love saying teraflops, making it the most powerful gaming console in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Over to you, Xbox. PSSR, PlayStation Spectral Resolution Upscaling. There we go. Using machine learning, as I said. Support for resolutions of up to 8K is planned for future SDK and SDK version. Custom machine learning architecture. AI accelerator. Here's the AI coming in. Support 300 TOPS of 8-bit computation. 67 teraflops of 16-bit floating point, whatever that means. Dev kits have been available to first-party studios since September 2023, Rockstar. Third-party since 2024. And test kits will be available spring 2024, so basically now, which will be identical to the final product. And they're aiming a tentative holiday release of 2024. But it could be changed due to lack of first-party games released on the PlayStation 5 this year. So, as they say here, what do you think of the PS5 Pro? And do we think we're going to see the so-called Xbox thing, which, remember, back in the day that were leaked in the documents, the Brooklyn will deliver 4K Gen 9 console gaming with more integral storage. Price range, same price. So could we see the PS5 at the same price, the PS5 Pro at the same current price of the PS5, and the PS5 slightly reduced in price? That would be it. So, it'd be interesting to see. Rock's in there. Hello, Rock. Good to see you, sir. 650, he reckons. Yeah, it's going to be one of those first adopters, isn't it? I mean, you've got to be if you've got the sort of people who are going to buy it are people who've already got a PlayStation 5. That's the great irony. Are you going to go, you know what? I didn't want a PlayStation 5, but now it's a PlayStation 5 Pro. I do. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. Is it a loss lead? Well, consoles are always loss leaders, but is it a super loss leader just to sort of flex a bit of muscle there? My feeling probably is I'd put it, if this is true of the Xbox, that they're same great price, that's the pitch. This is an internal marketing pitch for the sort of Xbox Series X refresh. It's a refresh, so not necessarily like an Xbox Series X Pro. So slightly different. It's basically the same thing with a few little updates, but because technology's moved in, they can put it in a smaller form factor and up some, things like, improve the power by reducing the sort of power consumption and things like that. Whereas the PS5 Pro does seem like a genuine upgrade. But it'd be interesting to see. I hope Microsoft update to DirectSR for xCloud and Xbox, not only Windows, and we have DirectSR. So much faster for game developers to implant DirectSR and have better upscale. Yeah, definitely. Games will still be developed for the basic PS5 no matter. Of course, they've got to serve the market, haven't they? But it'd be interesting to see whether they have, could we see a GTA 5 upgrade or something like that, or a Red Dead Redemption 2 upgrade or something like that to showcase it. I mean, in the article, they do talk about that the release date being tentative holiday 2024 release, but it could be changed due to the lack of first-party games released. Yeah, so there is that issue with PlayStation at the moment that there's not a lot of first-party games. So it suggests to me it could be a big third-party game, like a Rockstar game, remastered to take advantage. So it's easier to remaster a game or to up the specs on a game than to have a game built in time that's going to showcase it. So I imagine that's what it will be. And I imagine you can imagine a big killer game from Rockstar being the one that they throw money at to showcase the PS5 Pro. I don't know. But there we go. The PS4 Pro launched at the PS4 launch price. Yeah. This is what I think it is. I think they will, that's my view. I think basically they'll drop the PlayStation 5 price. The PS6, it will go largely underused, methinks. Interesting. But people hang around for the PlayStation 6. 8K. Yeah. I need to get my 8K TV. I was watching Linus Tech Tips, and he built a massive project. Well, and it was just sort of showcasing a sort of gaming on a 200-foot wall or whatever, using 3 commercial projectors, and he was playing Doom Eternal on it. Yeah, so you need something that could kick out 8K to really kind of get the benefits. So you need a big old TV. 2022 silicon, exactly. Better colors, less glitch, and lots more. It's the best upscale on the market. You'd think, Jonas, if they're building a system that they would certainly going to make it easier for developers. That was the great thing about Xbox when it came out. It was easy for developers to develop for. I remember the PlayStation 3 when it came out. It was really difficult for developers to develop for. It was on a system they weren't used to. And it was designed in that way because to make it kind of really powerful at the time and stuff. But it was really hard to develop games for. That was the feedback developers would give you when I was in the gaming industry. The PlayStation 3 was really hard to develop for. Whereas, of course, your Xbox, there's a few more sort of familiar framework to it, architecture to it for developers. And that's the key thing. Yeah. The midterm refresh, exactly. More of a marketing than revenue. Exactly. It's just to keep up, the interest, and you've got all the tech, and it's funny actually, because my son wanted to upgrade his PC a while ago, and so we were looking at a small upgrade for his graphics card or whatever it was, and then we realized that actually if we went for a more up-to-date but even more advanced graphics card, it was cheaper than what he'd been sort of part saving up for the last 6 months. The newer ones, more powerful ones, were cheaper than the old ones because the old ones were being bought less. So it's sometimes, cheaper just to upgrade and refresh, as you say, and then, you've got to sell them games. At the end of the day, they sell these consoles not to make a profit on the consoles, but to get people playing the games, because that's where they make the money from. No 8K textures in games. Yeah, not a lot of point. Yeah, it may be just for bragging rights. That's probably what it is. When the new direct-to-cloud controller release? No idea whether this is ever a thing, Jonas. What's my secret? You look younger than a year ago. I wish. It's the lighting, Rock, yeah? It's the lighting. That's what it is. I don't feel it. I'll tell you what it is, actually. I shaved. If your beard, if your beard gets a bit longer, you look older. Well, I certainly do. I look a bit older. So every so often, I have a refresh, trim it down, a shorter cut. That's what it is. And the lighting. Anyway, so the Xbox Pro, let me know what you think. What price? Are you interested? Is it a mere, and all of that. Be interesting to know. So the big interesting thing as well this week, talking of hacks, we were talking about hacks earlier and Tesco's and Sainsbury's going down on the busiest shopping day. I tell you, the UK, well, certainly the south of the UK, I reckon ground to a halt on Saturday. Not only the biggest ring road, the M25, in the country, effectively, I believe it is. There's basically a massive motorway all the way around London. They closed it over the whole weekend and actually said nobody go via the M25. Sainsbury's and Tesco, you have to use cash. Chaos in the country, in the UK. It's gone to the dogs. It's gone to the dogs. Yeah, I've had a refresh. That's it. Bit of nip and tuck, yeah? Bit of nip and tuck. That's what it is. Yeah, anti-aging by NVIDIA Rock, yeah. Actually, there is. Rock, I hate to say it. There is a moisturizer called Rock. I can't find it. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there was. Oh, I can't find it. What was it? How did they spell it? Anyway. Can't find that now. Yeah. But I'm sure there is. Maybe it's called like Rock Face. Ah, that'd be it. Which is a great name for a moisturizer. A men's moisturizer, isn't it? Rock Face. Think about it. Such a clever name. Anyway, look, I'm gonna promote men's beauty product. Here we go. Look, Rock Face. There we go. Shower gel and moisturizer. See, I wasn't dreaming it. Rock Face moisturizer. Yeah, I have used it. I've used it. I've moisturized since I was 16. That'll be the secret. There we are. There's the secret, Rock. You can't suddenly start moisturizing. I was in it for the long game, mate. In it for the long game. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that deserves a stupid thing. Pit Rock. Pit Island. Did it trigger? Let me have a look. Looks like you get it from B&Q. Yeah. Also does walls. Yeah, does filler. Yeah, it does filler. Anyway, talking of hacking, face hacking and everything like that. So there was this massive hack. We have hacks all the time. But the interesting thing is, so this was Apex Legends. Apex Legends tournament hack forces easy anti-cheat to defend software safety. So this is EAC easy cheat software. Now, it wasn't them, as Tom says here. I don't think Apex Legends. I don't think. I was reading. Sorry. I don't think Apex Legends hack is related to easy anti-cheat. It's far more likely to be source engine exploit. Either way, do not open Apex Legends on your PC until we know exactly what's going on. Now, what was interesting about this is I was watching YouTuber Penguin Z, whatever his name is. I find him a bit boring, although interesting, but I do find him boring. But interesting. That's an oxymoron, isn't it? Anyway, I think what he's got to say is interesting now and then. I just find his presentation a bit boring. But my son likes him. Anyway, he was reporting on this, and this happened during the Apex Legends Global Series final. So this is a final. This is a serious Apex Legends competition. Millions of dollars on the line for it. While they were playing it, what happened here is we've got the original story. In the North American finals of the EA run, so this is run by EA, Apex tournament, for money, for millions of dollars on the line, saw players Noyan, Genburton, Ozco's Philip, Imperial Hal get hacked mid-game. What happened is the hacker gave him cheats. Like gave him a wall hack in the middle of the game. And this is being streamed live. And he goes, and all of a sudden he realizes, because he can see, like with a wall hack, he can see all the opponents, the little tags come up, the little number tags come up, where all the opponents are on the screen. And he's playing mid-competition, millions of dollars on the line, and this thing comes up. You've been gifted a wall hack, and he's going, I've been hacked. I've been wall hacked. I can see everybody. He goes. And yeah, the hacker gifted him a cheat mid-tournament. He said it straight away. Is this the one here? No, I can't remember. But he said it anyway. This is it. Yeah, let's see if we can see it here.
I knocked him there. Wait. What the fuck? I'm getting hacked. But
I know. You can see all the names there. That's the wall hack. You can see where everybody is.
I know. What?
Like what?
No, but is it fucking up your game?
Yes, I can see everyone. Like I'm.
You need to leave.
I didn't leave the game, right? Yeah, I'm leaving.
So yeah, and you know, honorably to him, he left. And then another player got aimbot. And straight away he goes, "Oh my god, guys, I just got aimbot." He knew straight away, he could tell. He got aimbot. And this is the middle of a competition. Anyway, do not open Apex Legends on your PC if you are into playing Apex Legends. So there we are. Right, yeah. Anybody get... I use carbolic soap. I remember my dad bought carbolic soap. It was like yellow. It was like yellow soap. He recommended it. He goes, "Son." Yeah. Day Pass, I believe. Yeah, did anybody get it? Did anybody get use the GeForce Now Ultimate Day Pass? Let me know. Just close that. I'll be interested to know. I stopped playing FPS games back in the 360 days, Jerome. Classic. I was playing today. I was playing Halo. I'd say I've for some reason, nothing stirred me to want to play games. Although, actually, there was something. Have I reported it on here? I will come to it. Actually, no, I'm going to show you this. You know, I love showing a bit of tech, a bit of gaming tech. Check this out. Let me see if I've got the... Okay. Might not get the best quality here to really see. But this game here, using Unreal Engine 5, we love to showcase a bit of Unreal Engine 5 here. Check this out. Bloody, look at that. I'll get it all lined up. Let me just find it. Empire of the Ants, it's called. Let's find it on YouTube, because Twitter can be a pain in the butt. Stuff doesn't show on... Right. This is a game called Empire of the Ants. Here we go. IGN. Let's just see if we've got the right one. They've got a game... Let's go for the gameplay trailer, and we'll see. Just waiting for the ads to finish, and then I'll show you. Okay, so here we go. This is what it's called now again, the Ant game, Empire of the Ants. Although it gives me the creeps a bit. Well, look at this. It's a bit like that cat game, isn't it? You control the cat. Here we control an ant, but look at the detail in this. Oh God, I don't know. It's giving me the creeps a little bit. It's making me itchy. Creepy crawlies. Is he going to kill the butterfly? No. But it looks pretty impressive. I'm more just impressed with the... oh my no. There we go. Arachnophobia alert. Apologies. What are they doing there? Attacking something. Anyway. Empire of the Ants. It does look... you know, as Rock says, it does look... does look cool. Oh no, look, they killed a snail. They're attacking a snail. Let's see when it is. Coming 2024. Based on Bernard Werber's saga. What? It's a book? Empire of the Ants? About an ant? Is that right? Bernard Werber's saga. What? It's a novel. What? Is it an allegory? Ants came to this planet long before man. Since then, they've developed one of the most intricate civilizations imaginable. A civilization of great richness and technological brilliance. During the few seconds it takes you to read this sentence, some 700 million ants will be born on Earth. There we go. Very bizarre. It takes you inside the ants universe and reveals it to be a highly organized world as complex and relentless as human society and even more brutal. Do the ants talk? Do they talk? Do the ants talk? That's what I want to know. Let's have a look. The first bit is, don't go downstairs into the cellar, because I've read the thingy. There we go. It's talking about the ants. But do they talk in the book? I'm curious. I'm sidetracked now. Do the ants talk? That's what we want to know. Do the ants talk? Anyway, there we go. Based on a book. Interesting. So, Oh, look, and it's good to see it's coming. I didn't see that to Steam. So hopefully GeForce Now Ultimate. I think that's cue to give away a code. Don't you? One of the ants has a show. Very good. Very good, Rock. Very good. He's on fire, Rock. He's firing it off there. Ant. He's the king of the ants, isn't he? He's the king of entertainment, as he likes to say. Boo. All right, all right, all right. Jeez. Oh, my Lord. Jeez, don't get carried away. Ooh. I know, I know. Okay. We're going to give away another. Yeah, there's a clue, right? We're going to give away another. GeForce Now Ultimate. But this time you have to guess the letter. I'll give you a clue. It's in the first 8 letters of the alphabet. And it's an uppercase letter. Find. Yeah. No, guess, not find, guess. Okay, and we're going to put it's A to H, okay? To win Ultimate, GFN Ultimate Day Pass, yeah? Maybe save it for the Empire of the Ants. Right, so we could have another winner, yeah? See if you can guess what that letter is, and if you can claim it. Claim the code. And redeem it. Here. If you're lucky enough, I'll just put it in so it's fresh. Redeem the code there, ladies and gentlemen. Empire of the Ants. Anyway, no, so what I was talking about is a game that I used to play all the time, and I've mentioned on here a number of times. And I still pop into it now and then, although I feel like I'm out of the loop a bit on it. But I did go back to it because of Skull and Bones recently. Yeah, the game we're talking about, I used to, it was one of the first few games that I did live streaming. Before I did any Stadia shows and stuff like that, I used to live stream. The first games I live streamed were Minecraft, like everybody else. Then I think, did I do any? I didn't really, I struggled to Apex Legends because I didn't really have the kit to do it. But Sea of Thieves I could, because I could stream via my Xbox. And that's what we're talking about here. Sea of Thieves, ladies and gentlemen, is the biggest, is currently the #1 best-selling pre-order game on PlayStation Store for the US. Not only in the US, also in France, UK, and Germany. So, Xbox, so the question here to you, ladies and gentlemen, Xbox's decision to release Sea of Thieves on multiple platforms, vindicated. Yeah? Vindicated. This is great because it means, I mean, yes, it's going to cost money to run the servers so that they can, keep up with have enough servers so you can have enough multiplayer games. I think the way the maps are structured are that you only ever have at most, I think, maybe 16 other players in your world at once. 2 is enough, to be honest. Sometimes, though, I can sail around and not see anybody, which is great when I used to play it. But anyway, the point is, it means that the game's going to go on from strength to strength, which I'm really glad to see. And it'll be interesting to see, people who never played Sea of Thieves, because they're just console players and they only ever play on PlayStation 5, see what they think of it. And it's a great way to come in to Sea of Thieves. There's so much content in there as opposed to when it first launched. I loved it when it's first launched, but a lot of people, people who game relentlessly soon sort of exhausted most of the fun out of the game, but then they started adding, lots of more content, and now it's like, it's so much fun. Yeah, poor Skull and Bones. Exactly. It's interesting. Like I saw somebody talking about another YouTuber talking about Skull and Bones, and I've sort of said it before. And lots of people have said it before, actually. Why didn't they go down the Assassin's Creed Black Flag route, where you could fight on land and on ships? Well, I'm not sure you could fight on the ship directly. What I mean is control your character and fight on the ship, rather than it to be like a glorified Forza Horizon where you're just controlling a car. I don't want to be the car. I want to be the driver, that sort of thing. And the great thing about Sea of Thieves is you're controlling the character who gets onto the ship, and you're controlling the character as he controls the ship. You're not just driving the ship around, which is a bit boring. It's like World of Tanks or something. Not saying that's boring, but you know what I mean? You're driving a vehicle around. You're not driving a character around, apart from when they're on land and they can't even fight. They can just walk around and interact with NPCs. And this game, it makes you realize that in development of this game, Skull and Bones, it was in development for 7 years? They clearly scrapped it several times. You telling me after 7 years of development, or however long it was, I think it was at least 7 years in development. You telling me after 7 years of development, you're just effectively driving a ship around, controlling a ship and firing at other ships. That's it? After 7 years of development? I mean, hopefully, for many people, I think when they first announced it, even though there was doubt straight away because they never really showed any character interaction in terms of fighting and stuff like that. But what you want is like a Red Dead Redemption, but pirate game. Yeah? Where you control you control the vehicles. You control the vehicles, as in your character. You control the character who controls the vehicles. That's what I loved about Sea of Thieves. It's difficult. Not difficult, but, if you're on a sloop, a solo sloop, you've got to go up to the sails. You've got to drop the sails. You've got to turn the sails. Then you've got to go to the wheel. You've got to control the wheel. Oh, you're under attack. You've got to go to the cannon. You've got to fire the cannons and get back to the wheel. Then lift up the sail again. It's like you're busy. And then if you're playing with a crew, it's like a hell of a lot of fun because somebody's the captain and, over the comms, they're shouting at everybody going, quick up the sails, get on the cannons. I'll start bailing. And you're bailing out the water and you feel you have a real adventure. You have a real story, especially when you're playing with your mates. If you're on a galleon and there's 4 of you or 5 of you on a galleon, it feels like a real joint effort. You really feel like you're all joining in, controlling the ship. You've got somebody bailing the water out because you've been hit below the Pimsel line or whatever it's called, and you've got people firing the cannons, and I'll steer the ship and get those front sails going. It feels like it's so much fun when you've got a crew. And can spend time because some of the missions are quite long. And I was saying to my son, actually, he was telling me to slow down a stretch of a road. And I was saying, I know, it was where I got my first speeding ticket. And the irony was, it was I dropped the kids off at their mum's and it was like parenting over for the weekend. I'm off to I'm off to go home, get some snacks, sit in front of the TV, and basically play games in stretches of 12 hours, whatever. And I'd play Sea of Thieves for 10, 12 hours, whatever. And you could get a mate come on. And if you've both got time to waste, you could just spend 8 hours sailing around, finding treasure, finding skulls, all of that. So much fun. So much fun, except if you lose everything because you've not cashed it in, like happened to me once. Like 20 chests all lost. And we went back and recovered them and all of that. But anyway, there we go. Sea of Thieves. So it's going to be interesting. Sea of Thieves, currently the best-selling pre-order game on PlayStation. So congratulations to Rare. They've got a great community, Sea of Thieves. It's got lots of great YouTubers who stream it and been doing it for ages, and deep folklore and all of that. So, yeah, I just feel a bit out of the loop. My son still plays it now and then with his mates, and they grind it big time. He's more... he's more upgraded than I am. My mission with Sea of Thieves at the time was basically be pirate legend within the first year. And I did it, I think I've told this story before, but I did it with about 10 minutes to spare. Literally on the last day, 365 days after me purchasing the game, I streamed it live. All I had to do is a few more treasure chests and a few more skulls, and I would reach Pirate Legend. And I remember I did it live, and I did it with about 10 minutes before midnight, and made it to Pirate Legend within the first year. That was sort of one of the mini challenges. And most of that was solo sailing or sailing with just a duo, not on a galleon. If you sail on a galleon, everybody gets the same reward points and the money and the same gold and stuff like that. But it's a lot easier to dig up 4 treasure chests if there's 5 of you than if there's 1 of you. Because you've got to dig it up, pick it up, take it to the boat, put it on the boat, go back, find the other chest, dig it up, pick it up, take it to the boat. All this time leaving your boat unmanned and, potential victim to a passing pirate crew. It is a pirate game after that. Anyway, look, I just took the first Ultimate Day Pass, folks. We're leaving it on the table. And I'd like to revisit again after so long to report on its progress. The number was 6. It was. There's another one out there, though. Hey, QWERTY, how you doing? Sea of Thieves so good. It is so good. There's my son telling me. Of course it is. Nobody talking about Skull and Bones. I had it on pre-order on Stadia. Yeah, on Stadia. Of course, we'd all be playing it on Stadia. But yeah, it's going to be soon. We've got Halo. Remember when they first made the announcement, that's the ones I wanted. I wanted Halo and Sea of Thieves on GeForce Now. They got Sea of Thieves. So, I mean, I've got Sea of... I'd actually, one of the rare games I've actually downloaded on my PC. I also have it on my Xbox, of course, as well. But yeah, it won't be long, I'm sure. It's got to be up there, hasn't it? Maybe, actually, if I was GeForce Now / Xbox / Ubisoft, who have the cloud gaming rights, of course, if I was, which is interesting because they've got, actually, because obviously they also have Skull and Bones, but I would time it with the release of the PlayStation version. Jump on the coattails, jump on the marketing coattails of Sea of Thieves. And release it for GeForce Now Ultimate. Rock says, I put 15 hours in Skull and Bones and then got bored. Yeah, I mean, I started it twice. And at the end, it is a bit boring because at the end of it, you're just You're just grinding, aren't you? I suppose you could say, well, you're just grinding in Sea of Thieves. But in Sea of Thieves, you feel more involved, emotionally attached. And if you're playing with other people, you feel like you're having an adventure and things happen, unpredictable things. You don't know what's going to happen. It's just, yeah. I think the early betas were more fun. Death by 1,000 cuts. I think this is what it is. I think they've, the old thing, you can't polish a turd, as it were, and they probably crossed the Rubicon in terms of wanting to cancel it and just kept trying again. We did indeed. We did crew Sea of Thieves rock. It was always a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Get a mate on there. It's good. Death by Gamers feedback during betas. Yeah, you've got a bit of visionary, Case Ball, haven't you? You've got to be a visionary there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Squirty squirt. You've got if you do, you feel like an actual pirate. Yeah, exactly. 100%. My son knows. Yeah, he knows. Absolutely. Anyway, be interesting to see the old PlayStation noobs when they come on. Yeah, the PlayStation noobs. The good thing about Sea of Thieves at the moment is they do have they've now made a safe section, which is a bit of a cop-out. But if you do want to just sail around, digging up treasure and not being attacked by the pirates, there is a safe space for you now. Although, obviously, the payoff is the XP is less. Yeah, so you don't get as much XP on all of the missions that you do. So if you want to grind up and get that XP, then it's better to do it when there's risk. Yeah, when there's something at stake. It used to be so funny. People used to beg, please don't. Please, I'm new at this game. Don't rob me. Don't rob me. And occasionally, you'd meet pirates that were okay. But other things, you get really... It's so annoying if you get raided and you get all your treasure nicked or you'll get sunk. But at the same time, you can't complain too much, like some people do on the game, because it's a pirate game. Yeah, you can sprinkle glitter on it. Exactly. Yeah. Not too good on the old CV. I knew what you meant there, Case Ball. Rock agrees. The flipping feedback. Well, not enough people saying, make me a pirate that can have a sword fight. I mean, Assassin's Creed, Black Flag's got it all. It's there already, isn't it? Just reduce the stuff on land, make them smaller islands and stuff, and allow combat across ships. And there you go. Some very good things lined up, though. Interesting. Exactly. There's the emotional risk, isn't it? Life is... life sometimes is about... Yeah, your emotion is heightened when there's risk of losing it all. That's where the fun is. I was playing Halo, and it was, first to 50 kills, whatever, or until the time runs out. And we lost by a point, like 1 point, like 47 to 48. And I was the last one on my team. The rest of my team got shot. And it was 10 seconds to go. I was desperately trying to stay alive and maybe take someone out. And I got shot and we lost 47, 48 or something like that. And it's like, after all that effort, the emotion, you see? That's what life's about sometimes. You've got to risk it for a biscuit, as they say. Risk it for a biscuit. I just wanted to test that out. Should we do one more? When you fight bosses and have loot, it makes you feel alive. And you forget it's a game. I remember being on I remember sailing with a random I met. When I first started playing, I suddenly heard this voice talk to me, and that spooked me out. I thought, who's talking to me? Because I didn't realise, you can hear other people in the game if you want. And this other pirate started talking to me, and then we formed a sort of a friendship, and then we used to go online and play together. And I remember we were just sailing around in a little sloop, and we took on a galleon, and they were loaded with treasure. 5 against 2 it was, on our little diddy sloop, and we sank them, and they were swearing at us, and we got all their treasure, and we loaded it onto our little sloop. And it takes time because their boat's sinking, and they're respawning somewhere else on the map, but they know where they sank, so they can come back. But it's going to take about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. So you've got to quickly swim in the water, grab all their treasure, get it on your boat. And there's only 2 of you. There's no quick way of doing it back then. There was no way of hooking it on with a grapple. And then sail to the nearest port to sell it all. And you could see them coming in the distance. And it was a race to the port. And it was hilarious. It was so much fun. And like, we're just laughing and, and then I remember selling the last chest just as the galleon crew had finally come back to this port to kill us, to get their treasure back. And I had the last chest and I sold it. And then they like started attacking me and they killed me, whatever. But it didn't matter. I was laughing in my dying breath because we'd nicked all their treasure and sold it all and they had nothing left. It's not very nice when it happens to you, but it's absolutely hilarious and very satisfying if you could do it to someone else. That's gaming, isn't it? Right, we're going to post one more code here. Another code. Well, let's see. Who took if anybody, let me know if you managed to get, before I do that actually, because did anybody get this one, the one here? Guess the last letter of this code. Some letter between A to H to win it. Did anybody get that one? Let me know. Apparently, Skull and Bones been getting 4 hours average day play, second highest Ubi ever. 200% increase in Black Flea play too much. No surprise. Yeah. I've read a lot of people who started because they long for that kind of style of gameplay of being able to fight, have a sword fight with somebody. So they go to Black Flag. It suddenly reminded them what was so great about Black Flag. But it's interesting because it is a game that you just, if you like those games where you just grind, so you can upgrade your boat, buy a new costume, upgrade what you're wearing. All right, sink some more boats, get some more treasure, go to the ship, whoever, what's his name, who makes the ship, what's the word? It's going to bug me now. The shipwright. Yeah, go to the shipwright and upgrade your boat. Enter more boulder fights. Sink those boats. You just sort of sail over the treasure, picking up, pressing X to get it. You don't even have to swim and get it. Go back to land, upgrade your boat a bit more, maybe update your costume, update your reputation, and just rinse and repeat. There's nothing kind of, where's the excitement? Where's the story? So first, if you are the sort of person who loves grinding, then I can see you're going to put that time in. It's quite easy to pass the time of day grinding away on Skull and Bones, but it's not very emotionally involving, I'd say. Fingers crossed some big Xbox games drop onto GFN this decade, yeah. Well, Halo was the big one, wasn't it? Yeah, a bit more. It's funny. It was interesting because we've not, in the last 3 weeks, we had a nice steady streak. Whenever I do the GeForce Now news, the most dominant store is always Xbox. Xbox Game Pass titles. Usually maybe 5 of them, 6 of them, 10 of them. But over the last few weeks, it's been quite spotty. There's been a couple of weeks recently, I'd say over the last few weeks, where there's been no Xbox titles or just one Xbox title. So it does seem to have slowed down slightly. I mean, in fairness, there are hundreds. Already there are hundreds of Xbox titles on GeForce Now that you can play via the Xbox, either Xbox Game Pass. I think there's about 100 Xbox Game Pass games on GeForce Now Ultimate you can play. So they have got quite a few up there, but it does seem to have slowed down recently for some reason. So that's interesting. Chicken dinners. Oh, yeah, a bit of PUBG. Used to play that all the night, don't I, Jerome? I haven't played PUBG for ages. No Ray reconstruction in at launch or forever. Skull and Bones has sold out, sold okay, but Prince of Persia surpassed all expectations. That's great. Prince of Persia's got a bit more exciting, old school sort of side-scrolling aspect to it, isn't it? There's something quite nice about Prince of Persia. When I was playing it, anyway. I haven't got round to Avatar yet. My age, to be fair. A visual and audio masterpiece, says Caseball. We don't doubt you there. We don't doubt you. I should jump into it, shouldn't I, really? Give it a go. Am I ready for a story thing? Not sure. I need to. I think I need to revisit some games, or to see what's out there. I spend so much time talking about games, and doing the GeForce Now news and seeing all the games come, and not playing them. I don't know what it is. There's been a lot. There's something grabbing me. There is a lifestyle change. Interesting. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's rather be sort of waxing lyrical. What we could do is let's have a look at what games. Life of Pi dropped onto Boostroid Xbox Game Pass. Oh, yeah. So, talking of Xbox Game Pass, let's have a quick look, ladies and gentlemen, what's over the next week. So, of course, we've got Dragon's Dogma 2.
At last! The bell has tolled on the age of the console.
There we go.
The return
of Sovereign. So, let's just take that sound out. We've got Dragon's Dogma 2. Coming. When that is coming. So this is over the next few days. We've got some major titles on the way. Dragon Dogma 2. Alone in the Dark, which looks very interesting, actually. Maybe that. Along with 2 Game Pass editions highlighted by the MLB The Show 24. Alone in the Dark looks interesting because all dragons. It's got some proper performance in there, proper acting performances in here.
What are you doing, child? You shouldn't be alone.
Who are you? Are you
Some
here
top
for the
actors in this.
Dodo?
Not your run-of-the-mill computer game actors. No.
I love games where there are different endings. I love games where you can
It's the old guy from
adventure or
Stranger Things.
The world, or the world affects you.
And what's the name from Killing Eve?
Gameplay certainly are the power.
Now, David Harbour
apart from movies
is voicing
One of
it.
the most important parts of the game is,
And she looks like
for a haunted mansion story. That's why we need to make sure that
the
we
woman from
recreate just
Killing
like-
Eve in it.
What I'm most drawn
There we
to
are,
is
there
the,
she is.
the different characters,
Jodie Comer.
because they are all so fully fleshed out, so colourful and vibrant, and you
I love a good story. I love a well-acted story game. Plague's Tale, loved it. Brilliant, emotionally, pulled on you because good performances in it. Red Dead Redemption, pulls on you. Brilliant script, brilliant acting. There's not a character in Red Dead Redemption 2 that is what I would class as a bad actor. Even like a random, NPC character that you might meet. There's a classic one, isn't there? Like a weird Englishman lost in Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Redemption 2, looking for Clive. Isn't there? There's a character. That's all he does. Nobody's ever found Clive. But even that actor, he's got like 3 or 4 lines going, "Where's Clive? Where's Clive?" I'm sure there's a character in it. Am I dreaming that? I'm sure there's a character in Red Dead Redemption 2. Where's Clive?
Really do feel like when Emily meets a new character.
Anyway, this
the
looks
world is
interesting.
Completely changed.
I relish the darkness. I think it
And-
suits me.
At the start of the game, you get to choose if you want
Did
to
I
play
say-
as
was this
Edward or
Capcom?
Emily. And the route you take will be slightly different depending on who you choose.
THQ Nordic. Right. Pieces Interactive. Okay. That looks interesting. Anyway, so that's coming this week. Then we've got on Game Pass, I believe, Lightyear Frontier. I love it, yeah. Artists cop out. They can't do faces, so they do shiny helmets. That's going to be on Game Pass. Only two Game Pass. I might have a look at that one then, because that's on Game Pass. I love a free game. Free anyway. So, Alone in the Dark, this love letter to the groundbreaking original lets you experience a haunting story through the eyes of one of 2 protagonists. So you can either pick Edward Carnaby or Emily Hartwood and explore the environments, fight monsters, solve puzzles, and uncover the uneasy truth of the Keto Manor. We've got Master Maker 3D Ultimate, Power of 10, Final Fantasy XIV Online, Iconi Island, an Earthlock adventure. Oh, a bit of resource farming and all of that and crafting. Crimson, platformer. Scott Whiskers in search for Mr. Fumbleclaw. A point and click game. Tram Simulator. Great fans of Croydon there. And on March the 22nd, Dragon Dogma 2. Single-player, narrative-driven action RPG. That's all within the next 4 days. Coming to Xbox. Out of that, Dragon Dogma 2 and Alone in the Dark are the ones that stand out for me. Let me know which ones stand out for you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, is that the time? Been chitty-chatting away. Goodness me, I didn't realise. I thought, how am I going to get to an hour? And we're already an hour and a half. Jesus Christ. It's a stunner. Star Wars is Snowdrop goodness too. Yeah. The retro gamer in me wants the other Doom titles on GFN. Doom 3, Doom 64. Well, of course, there's Bolt Gun. Warhammer 40,000 Bolt Gun. Bolt Gun. Which is like a retro Doom game. It looks a hell of a lot of fun. On GeForce Now. Try that out. I'm playing Outcast, A New Beginning. I think I saw you playing some of that, Rock, actually. and looks quite interesting. I see it's on GeForce Now as well. Hey, Crow, how you doing? 25-year sequel in the making. Love it. Dragon's Dogma looks so trash on consoles. PC release might not be fully baked yet either. Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming to Game Pass. No, I don't think it is coming to Game Pass. Not that I'm aware. I was thinking of Diablo, which is, and we still don't know what the situation with Diablo is regarding xCloud. Star Wars Outlaws looks absolutely stunning. It does look exciting. The thing is, all I had when I made the GeForce Now news video for last week, all I had was the trailer for it. So it's all cinematics. I'd be interested to see what the gameplay actually looks like. Dragon's Dogma arrives on GFN. I hope so. They do have a good relationship with Capcom, and it's sort of game that I would imagine Capcom do release on GeForce Now. Alone in the Dark looks like a PS3 game at best. I know what you're saying there. I know what you're saying, but it's still... I don't mind if the performances are good. You know, it's sort of graphically like that one, The Call of the Sea, to a certain degree, I think, to a certain degree. He's looking for Gavin, isn't he? Don't know who he's looking for. Resident Evil 4 remake and Village as well. Fingers crossed, yeah. You see, those bigger ones, I'm a bit more skeptical whether they'd come to GeForce Now. The Resident Evils, that is. But we live in hope. Exactly. Love seeing the Nvidia support. The prologue for Alone in the Dark was opted in a while back alongside the main game, hoping it's day and date on GFN. Fingers crossed, man. THQ, you're right. Only 50 dedicated. Yeah, a bit like who is it? Supermassive, unfortunately, who made a lot of redundancy or closed, but they make good narrative story games. Sometimes it's nice to get lost in a good story, a good narrative, isn't it? That's the thing. That's it. He's looking for Gavin. But there is a Clive in Red Dead Redemption. I'm sure there is. He's looking for Gavin, yeah. Let's have a look. Yes, he's a horrible character. Oh, no, I remember now. Here he is. This is Clive. He's the twin brother of Clay Davis. Nothing like me. Nothing like me. It's libelous. I knew, that's it. Twin brother of Clay Davis and assists him in his dealings of stolen horses. That's it, they're horse. I remember they're horse thieves. Clay states that Clive does not talk that much. Exactly. Nothing like me. When first encountered by the player, he's seen losing a card game against his own twin brother. After the player completes the task of stealing a horse for the twins, he gives the mount back to the player on account of his brother having a change of heart. Clive is present alongside Clay when he buys the Braithwaite family prize horses from Arthur Morgan. He does not speak throughout the encounter, and his only action is closing the gate after the transaction. But I knew there was a Clive in Red Dead Redemption 2. There we go. Clay's brother. It doesn't say much, does our Clive. Doesn't say much. Anyway, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Do that next week. Right. Well, it's been a good one, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you all for joining us live. tonight on the Monday Game Chat. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself. You know, one more time for luck. Yeah. And I really, really appreciate you being here live. Don't forget to hit the likes because I like it. YouTube likes it. It helps people like you find content just like this as ever. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, yeah? Toggle that notification bell. That way you'll know when I go live with content just like this. Look out for the GeForce Now news this week on Thursday. Are we likely to see a handful of GeForce Now? Of course we can see GeForce Now games. Xbox games on GeForce Now. Are we going to see Sea of Thieves? Who knows? We sort of have the list. I know of all the games that are coming. Well, not all the games, but we had a big list of all the games coming to GeForce Now in March. But are there going to be any surprises? I don't know. Tune in on Thursday for the GeForce Now news when it's announced and all of that. Otherwise, have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'll see you same time, same place next week. Thanks for watching. Much appreciated. Au revoir. Sayonara.
Thanks for watching the Monday Game Chat with your host, Clive Illenden. Don't forget to hit the likes, subscribe, and consider becoming a member. Hit the join button today.